Hello children, good morning. Till now we discussed so many different types of separation methods. Today we discuss one more separation technique or method, that is evaporation. Evaporation. Evaporation also one type of separation method only. Okay, we know very well about evaporation. What is evaporation? Evaporation means it is one type of conversion of liquid conversion of liquid into vapor state. Conversion of liquid into vapor state is what we call evaporation. Okay, how can we observe this evaporation in daily life? Definitely, sometimes we can observe a small vessel or a container in which we can keep water in front of the uh, photos of the god. Is it or not? In a puja room we keep some water, no? So after 3 days, generally we keep fresh water. But some, for example, if we leave our home for 5 days or 10 days, somewhere we went to a relative's house, etc., again after coming back we can observe some portion of water will be evaporated, and only this much water will be available. This water is evaporated, means the level of water will decrease definitely. So what we think here, the water is not took by God. What we can observe, this amount of water, the upper layer of the water is evaporated. Slowly the upper layer of water will be evaporated. Okay, so here what is happening, that liquid state is converting into vapor state. This is what we call evaporation. How it is a separation method? Definitely, now by observing one example we can understand how this evaporation is a separation method. Best example is preparation of salt. Preparation of salt. We get salt, common salt, from the sea. We know that one. The salt is prepared from sea water only. Means sea water contains many dissolved salts. Many dissolved salts will be there. Many dissolved salts, because during the rainy season all the amount of water uh, coming from different sources, falling down from the hills, and falling to the nearby canals, and so many different sources. From the different sources, all that wastewater which contains so many dissolved salts fall into sea only. So from the sea water we will get salt. How? By a process of evaporation. How the salt is prepared from the sea water? First of all, the sea water will be stored in some fields. Okay, in this field sea water will be stored for some days. Okay, after some days, 2 to 3 days, next what will happen, this upper layer of water will be evaporated, no? Upper layer of water will be evaporated, and some portion of excess water will be pass into nearby field. Okay, Rana? Here what is happening, the dissolved salts having more weight, they settle down. First of all, they come down, and upper layer of water will be slowly evaporated for some days, and finally after completion of that evaporation it leaves behind this one some crystals. We will find that. Okay, what are those crystals? Yes, these crystals are salt crystals. Again, after getting from this raw material, further purification will be happen. Purification, because the salt what we are seeing, how much white, no? Very pure white solid particles only we are seeing, no? See, that much purification process will be there after getting these crystals. Purification and adding some iodine, etc., because we have to take iodized salt, no? So in this way salt is prepared from sea water by the process of evaporation. Okay, and by this evaporation we can understand that seawater, from the seawater salt is prepared, and evaporation is also one of the separation method. Okay, next question is, always one type of separation method is enough for always? Some instances are there. There is a single method of separation is not enough. Single method of separation is not enough. Definitely we have to use 2 to 3 separation methods also. We want 2 to 3 separation methods are required. Separation methods are required at a particular instance. How? For example, already what we discussed, take some muddy water. Take some muddy water. In this muddy water, waste materials will be there. They have to, those particles should be settled down. That is what we call sedimentation. After that we have to decant. After that, filtration. See, from the muddy water to get pure water, from the muddy water to get pure water, sedimentation, decantation, and finally filtration. Those many processes are required. Is it or not? No. So in this situation, what we are understanding? We are understanding that for a particular instances, single method of separation technique is not enough. Okay, so we have to apply 2 to 3 separation methods. Even in the preparation of tea also, we have to follow 2 methods: sedimentation, and finally we can take this filtration method, sometimes decantation and filtration also. Okay, and preparing of the rice also. Before preparing rice, we have to clean the rice. No, we have to clean with water, and dust particles will be decanted, etc. We have to do anamata. So finally, that conclusion is, we require more than one separation method for some instances. Okay, Nana? And for this, one example I want to give. We have to take mixture of salt and sugar, Nana, or sand. Salt and sand. We have to take some mixture of salt and sand, and in this mixture we have to add some water. It contains salt plus sand. We have to add water. What will happen? Salt will be completely dissolved and soluble, and sand will be remains same only. Okay, now what we have to do? We have to separate salt and sand. How? Is it requires only one method? No, definitely we have to here do 2 to 3 separation processes. By leaving this mixture for some time, sand settles down. Sand settles down. By decantation or filtration, the upper portion liquid we can separate into a separate vessel or container. Okay, this is what we call decanted liquid. Decanted liquid. This decanted liquid contains definitely salt. Now what we have to do? We have to take this decanted liquid in a kettle. We have to take in a kettle. After separation from this mixture, we have to take the decanted water in a kettle, and we have to supply heat. We have to supply heat. Definitely what will happen? Vapors will come down, and they pass through this outlet. Here what we have to do? We have to take here one plate. We have to take one plate. On this plate we have to keep some ice cubes. Ice cubes we have to keep them. What is happening? Here this water vapor touches the metal plate, and immediately it cools down and forms into water droplets, and we have to collect in a glass or in a vessel. So what is happening? This decanted solution contains salt, no? After evaporation, and immediately it is converting into liquid, vapor, and converting into liquid. We have to store this water. Still here what will be left here? What we want? Salt. So salt is left here. In this way we can separate mixture of salt and sand by using more than one separation method. Okay, Nana? You have to read today up to page number 41 also, and tomorrow we discuss last concept. Can water dissolve any amount of substance? Okay, Nana?